All right. We got one more puff. I see you grooving. What up, Quantum? All right. Yeah, we got Quantum Architect in this bitch. We got the real Q&A. What kind of Q&A are you? Are you a quality analyst or are you a quantum architect? Oh yeah. Shout out Rogue. Shout out Puffco, unofficial sponsors of the show. Turn the music down. Yeah. Where the coffee at for the catch my breath. Thank you, whoever you are out there tuning in right now. This is the Crypto Bread channel, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer. Usually I show my face and say the cadence, but today's show, we are talking about Zen like we always do. We've been talking about Zen for 2 years. Talk about all the mainstream cryptos and how they intertwine with what we're cooking up. You know, it's actually starting to feel a little bit of animosity from the space. Feeling like they don't want to let us in right now. Maybe this is where the tables turn. We've been working on art for a whole year, bro. Shit, we've been building community for over 2 years. Right? So I do think it's time for the herd to show up to the word and remind everybody that we've been here. We're actually keeping Ethereum alive when ETH is at its lowest. What that is when you look at gas right now, Ethereum is struggling. It's struggling to show performance. It's not performing anymore. It used to perform, do things, get people excited. Wake up in the morning time, be like, yo, we about to get on Ethereum. What's in the metaverse? But now it's boring. We're like, yo, where's Jared from Subway? You don't want to trade no more? Where's everybody? The dust and shit, dust ball flying by your feet right now. You know what I'm saying? So we see it. It's right here in the gas, letting you know ain't nobody on Ethereum. And that's okay. That's okay. Right? So right now in the traditional markets, we're going to talk about Zen in a second, but we gotta put it all together. So we kick it off with where the liquidity comes from in cryptocurrencies, right? In crypto, people buy Bitcoins and then they explore. So that's why Bitcoin is like the number one object in the space, right? Get that shit tatted on both of your thighs. 2 B's, big B's. I don't bleed orange like that, but I can see why people would want to do it, you know? Then after Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, which we thought that this potentially could be another route in for people, right? We thought it. Everybody thought the same thing. That's why we're all in disbelief. I was in a spaces yesterday with JL. What's up, y'all? I was in the spaces with JL and everybody last night. Hey, what up, Tree City West? Fud with Diamond Hands is work. For real. What up, Lita? What up, Ernest? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever the hell you are, right? But so ETH, everybody thought that this was gonna be the one, you know, like this is gonna be Bitcoin's little brother, right? Maybe 10K, because that's where I've always been. I've always thought like, yo, if Ethereum can get to $10,000, amazing. Like it doesn't need to be 50, 100K. It's just a fucking motherboard at the end of the day. Like the things that plug into Ethereum is what makes ETH expensive, right? Look, TVL, total value lock, is expressed from people leaving value on the blockchain. So me too, I'm bamboozled. I didn't ever think we would have gas as low as it is today. And I'm glad that there's professional people in the space too. Not to say I'm not professional, because motherfucker I am. I've been trying to tell y'all, but it doesn't matter. I'm a villain and I like that. And what's funny is again, the labeled professionals in the space are saying they never thought gas would get this low either. So it's a surprise to everybody, from Jack Levin to me to you. We're all surprised. The whole fucking planet. I can't even believe that they said that last night on that Leap Space. Either he was really trying to ease the situation on Ethereum, or he's keeping it real. And that's why I think it's more real than easing the situation, because we can all see it. So it's better to just keep it real, keep the conversation flowing. You know, let's talk about it. And what I was nurturing from this spaces last night with Leap and some this guy named Ryan from the Ethereum Investor Cloud and a bunch of Solana bros, is that the real thing, again, the thing that even the Solana bros have going against them is that they are working on mainnet beta chain. I can't believe they're doing that either. That's so pre-quantum shit, totally. This guy released the chain and did everything incorrect. He said, we're going to get VC funding, we're going to put beta in the mainnet, and we're going to piss the fucking crypto world off by making it centralized. The real big three to piss off the crypto world, where everybody doesn't like it because of the way that it was rolled out. VCs, centralized, and, you know, again, feeding the beast, essentially. Like, we like memes, we like objects, you know, and again, it was the tech. What Totally had created actually was special, but in a marketing sense, you really can't get to people unless you come at them with that chaos. You know what I'm saying? You hit them with a chaos or a chaotic moment, you're going to grab some people who will gravitate to chaos and pay for chaos. Right? So that's why right now I think we're in a extremely chaotic moment in crypto. It's all in front of our faces. No one's using Ethereum. ETH is not obviously it's gonna be a little brother to Bitcoin because it's been around, but it's not gonna lead the market like a Bitcoin. Right? So there's an opportunity for someone now to come in and really charge forward for all of crypto. And that's why I like Solana still. But look at the Solana 200 versus the dollar versus ETH. So I'm not a trader, guys. Remember, this is your boy Crypto Bro. I like to buy cryptos because I use them. Go make some Zen with some cryptos. You know what I'm saying? Maybe go trade a little bit, get on some OpenSea. I guess I don't have any of this stuff up, so it's showing black. Go to OpenSea, get some xeNFTs, you know, buy some shit. I like using my cryptocurrencies. I don't just buy them and then walk away and say Lambo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, where's the next opportunity? Like, we in the metaverse now. Like, where are we going next with this shit, right? So looking at the 200, knowing that that's a tradable line, a lot of people like to use this as a support and resistance of an overall global feeling, in a sense, right? So you can see the price of gas for ETH, right? The token ETH is I need to turn this music down more. Somebody should have said something. Just a little bit. So so basically where I'm trying to get, so this trading on this 200, it's obviously been rejected in the dollar amount, that people just don't really care about the vanity side of Ethereum, in my opinion. Like, the way that guy was talking last night about like how people want to secure ETH, that's just not the way you're going to sell this to me. And I know it's going to be sold because they're going to keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it until they finally find the fucking pitch, and then it goes up, right? So that's what we live in, pre-quantum world, where we mainnet beta shit, and then we pray to God that it finds a path of stability as it floats through this thing called space-time, right? So looking at ETH and knowing that that's all the shit that they got right now, I'm not surprised to see Solana trading closer to its 200. And I'm not surprised to see Solana being, again, a power player in this conversation of what is Ethereum, right? I had something up when I first started the stream. So this is just a Crypto Bro take, bro. You're watching the Crypto Bro channel. Fuck it. This is what I think. Think whatever you want to think. Take it however you want to take it. But me, I think they're shelving Ethereum. And I was like, I went to Grok. I was like, yo, what is a shelf? A shelf is a flat, horizontal surface, usually made of wood, glass, metal, or other materials. I think other materials could be digital tokens like an Ethereum, right? Which is to fix a wall inside a cabinet or part of a furniture like a bookcase. You know, ETH is kind of like a bookcase. You just go there and just, you know, you just, what the fuck? Let me see the last time I was on this chain. What is going on over here? I remember last time I picked this book up. Shit. That's like me and Tron right now. I'm hating. But yeah, I think we're shelving Ethereum. And I don't think that's a bad thing. That's what I think we're really doing. We're making this thing flat. And the way the guy was talking about it yesterday is what makes me bullish on ETH when it starts to catch the verbiage. Because I get what they're trying to say. And this is why, again, we're bullish on base. Right? I'm bullish on base. I mean, I don't give a fuck if it's centralized. Just like I said, I've seen this. This is pre-quantum shit. Post-quantum is me and X1 and Zen and things that nobody understands yet. But this thing that everybody gets, I'm into base and Solana for these reasons. They're disrupting Ethereum. But what is base doing that's really cool? They use ETH as a native gas token. So they're keeping that lineage of this idea that this dude was spitting last night, that some people will want to use Ethereum's security for their transactions, which is fine, right? He was making an argument against Jack about how Arbitrum goes straight to Ethereum and it supports ETH. I'm like, okay, whoop-de-doo. Like, oh, if Arbitrum goes down, the shit goes back to ETH where the gas fees are high. It's not like I'm going to pay Arbitrum fees. Bitch, I'm not on the motherfucking server. I got to pay ETH fees. That doesn't solve my problem. So it means it's still, see, that's what I'm saying. It still sounds like intuitively, I don't want to put my content on another chain where just in case gas goes crazy, I'm not locked out of my crypto hashes, right? That's the blockchain dilemma right now for Ethereum that it cannot solve. It has no sharding explanation for it. What it can do, though, is it can become a shelf item. So you guys ever seen a Foot Locker? Well, this is a foodie locker. So like when you walk into a Foot Locker or like a shoe store, you see some like you see shoes on a wall, right? Like here, we got to bring up a photo here. We see like some shoes on the wall and shit. This is what we're doing to Ethereum right now. So, I mean, definitely, yo, it's on a dip. So there's a lot of FUD right happening right now on ETH. Clearly, nobody knows what's going on. But this is why it's important to still be in Ethereum. Whether you're on a layer 2 in ETH, or you're on Solana and holding ETH, or you're just on Ethereum itself. Right, because that's what they want. They want fragmentation. They want Ethereum to live on all chains. They want ETH to be a shelved Nike Air Force. Here, we got to bring this up because this is the sense here. All right, this is Vitalik. This guy holding this shoe is Vitalik, and the shoe is Ethereum. And he's saying, "Hey guys, why won't this pop up? Why is he hating on me?" Here we go. So this is Vitalik. This shoe here, this is that's Ethereum. And then this is all of the layer 2s that use ETH, as well as some layer 1s that happen to have an official contract from the foundation on their chain. You know, those ones would be these honorable ones inside of these like these square boxes here. That's the Avalanche, the Polygon, Blast in the future, because they're layer 1 now, you know, but they started off as a shoe up here on the rack, you know, it was a Blast. And this is kind of where I'm at with ETH. It's shelving itself. It's moving away from being in the spotlight. It's going into Foot Lockers. Sell the shoe, please, right? Foot Locker sells the Nike. They just, you know what I'm saying? They host the Nike. They give the Nike to everyone else. They put the salesman there. Right? Vitalik don't want to be this guy. The fuck? Are you kidding me? He's doing it right now because he's going to pass the baton. Someone else will grab it. I think it's going to be Brian Armstrong. And it's going to be okay, I think, as well. Again, I'm being really pro-ETH, at the same time confused as fuck that it's going to go down this route. Right? It's going down this route where it's going to stay alive, but it's going to be fragmented all over the internet. And they're going to build, you know, or they're going to cultivate culture with the ideology of, don't you like using the Ethereum network to secure your transactions? And it's just like, if that is a yes, yeah, Ethereum is for you. But if that is a no, they have no solution for you, because it's just you're buying ETHs and using ETH so that Ethereum as a node set can host your data for the future if you need it. And let's say, again, like Ryan said, let's say Arbitrum goes down, right? Even though you can't technically access Arbitrum in the records, you can still use ETH through that portal, right? So that's kind of why, again, I'm like, yo, it's all of it doesn't really make any sense. They even fragmented connection when you think about it, because it's like, what if I really need to get something off the Arbitrum ledger and I need the server to come up? It's just like, oh, that shit is all down bad, but we got ledger from XYZ and beyond because we forked it and we kept it going, right? But it's like, yo, but what about everything before that? Like, it's like, oh, did you have your own Arbitrum node running and you were creating your own ledger, so you have your own receipts that you can merge into the fork or something? You know what I mean? Like, it can get weird. That's kind of why, again, Jack made that point, but that dude had a rebuttal because it sounds good, right? Like, it sounds good to be like, oh, you can still use it. You can still, call the RPC through Arbitrum and it will ping layer 1. It's like, yo, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about how everything stays in one blockchain and it doesn't fragment itself out into other chains where, other people are doing small business, which is, I'm also pro this idea. Like, I think a ledger should have integrity. Right, it's not like they went and made a whole bunch of layer 2s for Bitcoin because they couldn't get mass adoption. That shit didn't happen, brev. But yeah, big ups to ETH. They trying. What we're going through is right now Bitcoin is bouncing off again that downtrend that's happening since 73,000, and this is a critical bounce. Right now we're reaching for that 200. So either we go up or we just stomp out. Right now, this is where there's a lot of resistance. You can see it in all these candles. I'm actually not expecting Bitcoin to continue up. I don't really see any positive news in today's world to make it continue. Like, the SEC is going after OpenSea. And OpenSea hasn't even IPO'd, and a bunch of people were waiting for that shit for years. They've been waiting for OpenSea IPO for years. Maybe it was a fake thing, But, again, markets are feeling funny, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubt. So I'm, again, not surprised. I think this is still following my trend, which is we should be down here somewhere. We should be in the 50s. We shouldn't be above 60. And unless we're continuing, and if we're continuing, I want to see us march all the way to 73. Like, we need to get the fuck up out of this range. Like, if we got to get out of here, and if we don't get out of here, it's like everybody knows, everybody knows that this is what's happening next in crypto, that it's more likely to roll over than to continue. And this is just a light pump before we roll backwards. So, because I think the same thing. Like, I think if there was a big dump right now, most people would probably go into stables. They wouldn't even like look at the RSI. Like, there's no reason to play around right now. It's like, just save your funds or whatever and just come back later in the, towards the holiday season. I'm bearish as a motherfucker, but I'm bullish because it's just a pocket of opportunity. And it's a good segue into like why I think Zen is bubbling right now. Let's go over to the Zen chart. I'm looking at friends though. What up, Zen Block Mining? Do we already know the yield of staking XNM for XN? No, we don't know that yet. We don't know. We won't know all that stuff until it's live. Because there's a lot of stuff still that has to be ironed out in the governance side of things. We don't even know what the fuck that looks like. We're still like on this, like, it's going to be decentralized thing. And I'm watching governance happening right now. And there's a lot of responsibility in that shit. And like, I just don't know if it's what it looks like. Like, I don't know if it's going to be constructive or if X1 governance is going to be something like, something we've never seen before. We really are pushing the limits on how it is to be part of a decentralized network. Like, what does this world look like where you don't have votes going in because Sun Pump comes alive, and now all the people want to get a bunch of fees, but they know they need to lower the fees, so they just quickly change the fee structure. But before there was a Sun Pump on Tron, the DAO decided to pump the fees because nobody was on the chain. So I'm still trying to figure out even what that looks like when you have the type of animosity that could just pop up in governance out of nowhere. Like, if someone just happens to have like a bunch of coins and they're voting, you know, because they have all the coins. So that's why, again, I like mining XNM and then holding it for myself. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Because I think it's going to be the real governance coin. And if it is the real governance coin of X1 chain, XNM is, which again, it makes the most sense because it's the most capped out of all of them. You have Zen, which is infinity. X1 or XN, which is theoretically infinity, but it's a very slow infinity. It's not like Zen where every day someone can spin up a contract and make new coins. In XNM, it'll be block rewards based on, again, mining and hash power, or hash power to mine blocks or hash progress on the chain, right? That's why being a validator is fire, because you get fees every day. And then you get reoccurring inflation every time there's a block inflation push or whatever that shit is. So yeah, XENBLOCKs hard cap at around, you know, 615 million in the next 15 years. So again, I just believe that this might be a good place to be to get ahead of the curve if you are looking at like trying to be part of the governance in X1 chain. And we'll get the staking news through XNM as soon as it makes sense. But I think they're just trying to ease and massage people into it, because a lot of people are having a hard time, I think, understanding that Zen is just like a billboard, right? Like, Zen is our shelf. Like how Ethereum is currently in lifetime shelving themselves and putting themselves on the shelf. We have already put tons of Zens on multiple different shelved Ethereum networks. So now people can find Zen just by being on Optimism, just by being on Moonbeam, just by being on Base, just by being on Avalanche. Again, the creators then said that none of this was planned. It's just what the people wanted. And when you revisit the content from the past, you can see that it's the same way. Every single chain is because people wanted it. And the layer twos, they actually came later, right? You can see here, Optimism Zen and CB Zen. This one says 1 year, but really it's 11 months, just like this one. And these ones are all getting ready to turn to 2 years. So these two are the newest, and they're in ETH. So that's kind of why I've come up with this philosophy where I do think from using Zen on a side chain or a layer 2, that Ethereum does function better as a shelved piece of native than something that I focus on as an innovative tool, right? It's almost like it's making its Bitcoin moment, right? It's literally making its Bitcoin moment. And I'm okay with that, but it's just painful, right? The pain is crazy to watch. Like ETH not challenging the world anymore. Like that's kind of hard to comprehend because it changed so much of how we thought about the space. And I hope, yeah, like, I mean, I'm very flexible to cryptos because I came in on the wave after Bitcoin and I understood Ethereum because I like operating systems. And that's what it is. It's a Linux style operating system that's just like Bitcoin, but with smart contracts. But we're moving on, you know, we're just moving into a new era where maybe Solidity isn't the best flexible syntax to code crypto in, and that's why you have, you know, layer 2s so that we can push the boundaries. If you don't know this, Base has a CLI development task force in a sense, and that's where a lot of their devs is happening right now. They're deving in the CLI and playing around with the chain, similar to what we're doing on X1 chain. On X1, a lot of what we're doing is simulation on chain using chain parameters like with like the prime miner, right? And this is going to use parameters from the chain to give me results. So people are doing this shit on Base as well, and they're burning Ethereum in small increments because obviously it's Base, you know, the gas fees aren't so high, so ETH isn't burning like crazy. But they are, again, using Ethereum, changing or updating the narrative where it's like, yo, we believe in ETH and we're using it on Base and it's our native. And I also, yeah, I mean, it's a sad thing to think, but yeah, they said this on Leap Space last night too, that like, does that mean like Ethereum's getting consumed by Base and it's turning into a centralized object? It's up to you to think that, you know, like if someone becomes famous and they get a good manager and then they become more famous based on the manager skills of someone who's seen their talent, do we go and discredit that person for their talent? I mean, most nasty, savage human beings would probably be like, yeah, man, that person's trash. It's like Mike Tyson. Like, you got Mike Tyson, the fighter, but you got Don King, the hype man, right? You need a hype man sometimes to get everyone to see how badass you are. And that's kind of how I see the Base relationship right now. I just see everybody that's pros ETH is hyping it up, but developing on their own stacks. And you don't see them in the chat with the Solana bros because Solana's global and Base is not there yet because they, one, don't have a chain, right? They're layer 2. And 2, maybe they don't need the flex. Maybe they just need the meta that their fees are just as cheap as Solana. And that's kind of why, again, I'm really liking Base because their meta is becoming very apparent. They want to be like Solana, but they don't. They want to use ETH, but they don't. They want to stay centralized, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? They have all these like weird little things that like kind of give you that like mini mall feeling where it's not that Base is centralized. It's that they're about to roll out all of the products, and it's our fault that we didn't change the trajectory of how people perceive the cryptos because we started to make a bickle batter fight, you know, about like all this like fragmentation of Ethereum. But then that's why for me, yo, fuck all that shit, bro. I'm looking at it from a different lens where it's like, that's all good. Fragmentation is actually really good. It brings, again, the hype men together with the technology so we can hype up ETH and make it bigger. And it's already made a staple. So you don't really need to re-educate people about Ethereum. It's been the little brother to Bitcoin, right? It's the silver to Bitcoin. It's been like that for, what the fuck, 9 years? You know, you just can't remove that part. And that education of when people saw Bitcoin go to 20K, right? Go from $1,000 to $20,000. What was there? Ethereum. And what did ETH do? ETH also went from a small ass price to a tall ass price, right? So there's a lot of back, you know, history with Ethereum that it just doesn't represent where it is today. You know, it really makes it feel like we're like this in ETH right now. Damn, that's a good spot right here. This is 23. Where did ETH go? 18. At the time, Ethereum was $1,000. It was 1,800. It went from 1,800 to 1,500. Right? What is that mathematically? This could be the shakeout. Maybe people who bought here are the people they're trying to shake out right now. Before we go up, because this is that's a young little 15. But I mean, if you got in, let's just say where the top is from this it's only a little 28%. Man, Ethereum trades like TradFi. Whack. It's not even that much. But yeah, this is probably where we are right now. I bet it's like that. Like, it's not scaled much from its top. But yeah, I was here for this whole thing, for it going up to 1,000. Like, it's pretty set in stone. That's why what it is they're gonna sun Solana. I just don't know when. They're gonna sun the fuck out of them. Like, shut up, Solana. Like, look how big we are. And I think that's what's gonna fuel Solana. Like that like ideology that like, shit, we can't beat ETH because it's 9 years older than us, and we are from the FTX era. And this is kind of why, again, X1 is fitting so perfect in this narrative. That's like I can see coming, where Solana needs a banger to remind people why they fuck with Solana. And it might not come in the form of Solana, right? It might come in the form of shelving Solana and making Solana the product rather than Solana being the guy, you know, the hype man. It's like, hey, hold up, Solana, you're cool, but let me hype you up. That's what X1 is about to do for Solana. You can see it in the way the spaces was last night. Like, we need to hype them up because they get into the same tangents, you know, and they can't really, you know, I mean, it's not a Jack space. So it's not like Jack can tell that dude what I just said about Arbitrum, just rolling back to ETH and just creating another portal of nonsense. Because it's like, yo, fragment Ethereum. Like, you're telling me, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. So, oh, the portal's down. It's like you walk into a space or like a rocket ship shit, and they're like, yo, unfortunately, or let's make it modern. You walk into an airport, and then they're like, hey, unfortunately, we don't have any more planes. Because all the planes' engines are broken at the same time. But what we can do, because you in the airport, right? This is airport Ethereum. Usually I like taking Arbitrum planes because the motherfuckers is cheap. The spirit of the airport, right? And then I go and all the engines are broken on every single fucking plane. And now I'm like, damn, I gotta get to the next city. Like, how do I get there, right? And they're like, well, you're in the Ethereum airport, and if you really need to get to Arbitrum, you can use this portal. And but you do need to pay the ETH fee up front because you're not on their roll-up system, but you'll be on ETH, secured. You know, secured flight. We tested everything on this plane. You know, you're buying just the idea that we tested the plane and it's great. And you're like, all right, fuck it, man. I got 5 stacks for this flight because I got to get to California or some dumb shit, right? That's how the mentality was of bro. Like, it's like, dude, nobody wants that fucking type of customer service. Or as they would say in tech, no one wants that UX. Where all of a sudden, oh shit, you mean I have to pay 10x the ETH price? Like, imagine if Arbitrum went down and everybody hit ETH at the same time. Like, all the traffic. The portal's closed. All the cars are just crashing into Ethereum, bro. It's bad. But that's not what we're talking about here, okay? Let's not get that deep, says Ryan and the rest of the Ethereum people. Don't get that deep, okay? The access. Let's talk about access and fragmentation and the point of how you can access Ethereum. Right. Man, I'm seeing through these people. X1's going to change a lot of perspectives. It's already got me in the post quantum world, because it's true. It's not that we fragmented blockchain. It's that we never had an opportunity to fragment the development operations. So like in X1, we'll have XEN, which is working as like a billboard or an airdrop coin. It's a forever running airdrop. Like, the airdrop never ends if you get a XEN coin, ever. And that's why it's crazy. It's like, yo, this airdrops forever, right? You don't need any layer 2s or, you know, or like, you know, that's how you get people to the other chains. It's always been an airdrop. So in XEN, we got that. We don't need to go out and invent that part. It's built into the development operations. And then you got the Bitcoin thing, right, that I've been talking about, where the problem with Bitcoin is that when you hash the Bitcoin, because we love proof of work, but when you hash the Bitcoin, you cannot separate the gas from the proof of work, which then creates kind of like a lopsided system. Because now those that do the work, they really go and give it away, right? And Bitcoin's halving is based on work. It's not based on reward. It's really based on work, because every 4 years, the work gets harder. So who keeps up the hard work? Typically, the people from the past life, because they're the ones that are already positioned, hopefully themselves 5 years into the future, to be like, hey, I'm still doing this. 15 years in the future, hey, I'm still doing this. Maybe the operation went from mama's crib to a $2 million facility in Iowa or something crazy like that. But that's the evolution of how I think crypto's moving too. And why, again, I think Bitcoin is definitely cooking. It's going to cook away. I just don't know if we're ready for that yet, because we still are working on, again, getting funding for the $2 million fucking Iowa mining rig. People need to see real opportunity and shit like that. And yeah, the more sideways action we get, because it doesn't need to pop off yet, right? Like the financial market needs to crash too. So we just have a lot of time, and that's why dream huge, guys. Do not dream small in the short term mentality, because that's done. We were able to think short term from the all-time high until here. Like if you're still thinking short term, this is where they burn you, and you get caught on both sides of the thing where you're like, oh, it's shit's about to pump, and then it doesn't, and then you're holding the bag, and now it's dumping, and now you don't have a position to buy the bottom. And then by the time you go to buy the bottom, it's ripping, and now you got to go get a job, and you're like fucking distracted from crypto because you just like played the lottery game that no one wins. So again, the problem with Bitcoin is you cannot hash it and have a gas coin. Gas coin is connected to the reward coin. That fucks up the economy and the security, because now, again, like I was saying, people are playing the trading game based on the work from the past. That's not sustainable. Got to get BlackRock involved. Not sustainable. So we got, or like I was saying, we got fragmentation. It's called a Xenon Ethereum EVM. All right. We got store value. Proof of work, XNM, just like Bitcoin. Right. And then we're going to have what Solana has shown is the most important piece of the puzzle of today's world, which is a good sequencer. That's your consensus. You know, you can't sample consensus from Bitcoin and Ethereum because they're old, and they do a bidding system where we stand in the same line waiting for the same ride, and then out of nowhere, somebody with more money shows up with a fast pass, and they just get in front of us. And then that person might even get front run by someone that knows someone at the park who doesn't even need to wait. They just walk straight up to the front of the line. I know the person pressing the button. I'm getting in. All right, so Nakamoto consensus is okay, but that's what drives high fees. That's what slows down the network. So a better consensus, a more dynamic one, similar to like a DAG, or similar to Solana sequencer, where they have 4 threads. You can open them up, get more threads, more tunnels. And that's totally was smart for thinking about blockchain like a chip, and creating a blockchain in the architecture of a chip. And that's the problem with Solana. Like, it's finding its chipset in the direction it wants to go, which that might actually be a good thing too for people who want that. You know, like if you really want to be a NASDAQ trading portal like Solana wants to be, maybe they need to be in the trenches right now. Maybe this is the most important data for a VC funded thing to get, because it's beta mainnet, right? And that's why, again, I'm like, yo, X1 chain is coming in at the right time, because we have a Solana sequencer too. It's called XN, which is the overall X1 chain engine, right? And you get those XN coins from the infinite airdrop from the fragmented Ethereum whenever you want, forever. You could just burn some Zen and there's XNM or XN on the other side, right? Or I can go and turn some fiat into a proof of work system that I can access simply from a web UI, right? We got that down here. Vast AI. Big ups. If you want to start mining XENBLOCKs, down below, description. Get them shits. Difficulty's booming right now, though. People are, you know what I'm saying, 18 days to the happening. So people trying to catch up now, which is kind of funny, because that's just like the human behavior. Like, humans usually don't act until the last moment. And that's just by nature. Like, we can prepare ourselves for eons, but typically we act at the last moment. I don't even know why that phenomenon is a thing. I think it's the Big Bang thing in physics, where like your worlds change when you decide to be more assertive, and all you're doing is just like making new energy. So you're just like, oh, fuck this, I'm doing it like this now. And once you start doing that shit, it's like, it's not that things are changing. It's just that you're creating new energy in front of yourself. And that's why with Bitcoin, we all share. It's a collective conscious. And it's like unfortunate that like it's not as collective as it used to be, like a Zen coin. right? And yeah, I mean, I talk about Zen every single day for about an hour or 2 hours because it's too easy. It's now it's black and white, and why, like, for instance, CB Zen is still rising. It's still rising. It's still doing its thing, right? We can add more days to this now. How long has it been going for? It's been in an uptrend for 75 days. Just going up. Amazing. Up over 264%. Anybody that bought back here is up 264%. Do you have any buys? Right now, what I'm witnessing, and that's why this is funny too, because the hodlers are starting to build. We have 4,229 hodlers. Now, this is special for CB Zen because, like I was saying, life in Ethereum is becoming fragmented. So there's no reason for you to think you cannot step out into a layer 2. They want you to swim in the ocean. So there's no reason for you not to think you can't play the Zen game on base 2. It's exactly the same, just like ETH, with no with its own narrative. Like, the problem with Ethereum Zen is that Ethereum Zen has a lot of corruption from the actual ETH world. Like, what's wrong with Ethereum is also what is wrong with Zen on ETH. And I've been saying this, like, if your favorite chain is a reflection of ETH supply, then that's letting you know, like, hey, maybe I need to choose a better chain, like, now, because you want to do it now. You don't want to wait around. This isn't any financial advice or how to be a Zenian. This is just how I do it. So, like me, I'm not waiting around for everybody to start moving because they realize, like, they can't push the needle on XN airdrop because they're on Zen, or they're on Zen ETH, and there's gonna be a lot of games to play on Zen ETH, oh wait, pause. On ETH Zen. Shit. God damn it, almost got me caught up there. Caught up. What up, Rolando? Hold up. Oops. All right, I gotta tell somebody I'm streaming. I'm streaming. All right, no, I'm just kidding. But what up, Rolando? But look at what Don King did for Iron Mike in the end. He did him dirty, I heard. Well, I'm just talking about Don King, or I'm talking about hype men with Mike Tyson. That saga. Mike Tyson really couldn't get into the spotlight until a manager like Don King took his chaos and really brought it to America. And, like, it was just a match made in heaven. There's some other really good, matches out there. Just think about it. Like, there's a lot of good teams that roll out, and that's why it was so impactful. Think of the Hardy Boys, my wrestling fans. The Dudley brothers. Like, who are the fire wrestlers? Always the Dubs. The hype man and the assaulter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. I'm lost. I feel myself getting smarter, though. What up, Matthew? You're supposed to get lost right now. I'm actually talking to Zenians more than I am other people. And I'm also talking to people who are in crypto who've been here for like 15 years, 10 years. Because we've seen these cycles happen so many different times that they repeat themselves, and they're at like this weird stage where all of the narratives are on the table and no one's taking anything. So it's pretty funny that no one's taking it when they run the markets. When I say they, I'm talking about the validators. So the people who keep the chain on, they're constantly looking for ways to get people on chain. Because if they don't have any users, they don't make no fees. And that's just the cold-blooded truth of blockchain. The real blockchain is where money is made. It's not made on the surface level of you trading your coins back and forth, right? It's made from holding the gas coin and waiting and seizing opportunity of new people coming in and buying your gas because they want to use it for something else. And that's kind of why, again, we've lost the plot in crypto. The plot has always been to raise fees. It has never been to lower them. That is where things got weird. But then again, I root for Solana because Solana has really good fees, and they have a really good ideology about why they keep their base fee at a certain area and why like people attack their base fee. And that's kind of like what makes random or makes natural causes inside of Solana that we want. We want that in crypto. We want random shit and natural things. We don't want just like you stand in line, I stand in line, you stand in line, I stand in line. Damn, this line is big. Like, we don't want that. We don't want that. And that's Bitcoin and Ethereum, unfortunately. So I can see how like people get lost when I be talking and whatnot. But that's where I'm at with it. We talk about the network on this channel because the network is where the money is made. Truthfully, it's not made by trading. Traders will trade and they'll show you a Lambo that they rented, right? But a developer will show you a company that they built. And that's what we fuck with. We fuck with devs that build companies, build solutions. All of that comes on a network validator level, not on the I buy this to buy XYZ. So I can see how, you know, people get lost. But like, again, in Zen, we're trying to fix this trifecta problem that they have right now, this trilemma. And there's 3 coins that all work in unison together right now. We see it's happening. There's nothing else. Just Solana, just Ethereum, just Bitcoin. It's pretty weird. Even the dev conversations, that's what I'm saying. Even the dev conversations are talking about just these 3. We don't talk about Avalanche or Polygon. You know, there's a lot of coins out there. None of them get respect. Now, I've never seen Polygon this up here. Cardano's out the top 11. AVAX is just can't catch a break. You know, I talk about this all the time. Polkadot, come on, man. These coins suck. Even Uni. All these coins are like they're at the end of their life. And this is why we need an X1 chain. If the coin was really epic, it would have already been where it needs to be. Instead, the most viewed thing here is a Tron coin. But yo, what up, Fernando? But yeah, Matt, I hope you learning some extra shit, bro. I hope it's turning up. What up, J Red? Thanks for the 5. Or actually, my bad. Let me add 5 to that. Thanks for the 10. Big ups to you, bruh. The Jedi master of explaining the Zen game to us. Who can comprehend it differently? Hey, we got it next up, bro. This is my theory on the Zen thing. Jack said it himself. Zen was created to just be what the people wanted, and what people wanted was a fair launch. This comes from this really is coming from the Hex community. So there was some meta in Hex community. There was this weird meta that I've never even seen before, which is like trick everybody into selling their coins. Like, that was the most honest thing I've ever seen on display. They made a big payday to trick everybody to sell their coins. And when everybody sold, because they were like, oh, that was the meta. The meta was the design where everybody thinks they exit. Trey actually said this to me one time too. And that's why I don't like really fuck with the whole world over there anymore, because I don't want to be manufactured into progressing through their cadence. I don't want to be on their fucking schedules. But yeah, once I learned that, like, yo, there's a class of people who design where you land, and then they tell you, oh yeah, we're gonna wah, and then we get there, they go, all right, now figure it out, right? That was big payday in Hex, and a lot of people learned they don't like that fair launch like that, right? That was where I think we get this conversation, like, oh, manipulation happens not only on a supply level, but it happens on a founder level. And if, like, imagine if Richard Hart was telling everybody, hodl your coins at the big payday, everybody's gonna sell. Like, he never said that. He was just like, yo, on big payday, you get double the coins. You get double the coins on big payday. And again, it's great marketing. And I think it made a bunch of haters in the Hex community. And that's why they founded Jack Levin. They made Zen. Zen was the fairest way you could ever release a coin, right? And this was also coming on the backs of a lot of research. At the time, There was a lot of NFTs in 2022 that were released directly from the contract. That was the mint. And then the mint used to have a fee on it. So then people started to remove the fees to, you know, get new customers or get new clicks, right? So then we were just doing gas transactions in like 22 because gas was so high. How the hell are you going to charge $50 for the NFT and then $100 for gas, right? So it would just be like, all right, $100 for gas. Goddamn, right? The NFT's free. Trade that shit. I'll get royalties. Oh, man, what a time. And like, yeah, now we're in the future. We've taken that idea and we've increased it. Brain share. Everybody jumps into Zen and says, yo, what can we do with this fairly launched object that's 400 lines of code, can't be front run, and is governed by the G rank and the staking class. So that's another special thing about Zen is no one really talks about the staking outside of me. And there's some people out there, you know, that were in the group who just decided, I don't know, maybe they're just like, yo, I'm changing up or something, you know? I don't know. I don't want to say they have handlers or anything, but it starts to feel like weird about how like people change up so fast, but they keep the Zen in their name. It's like, yo, what are you doing, you know? But like, yeah, so like all of these chains, their G rank is what governs the supply. And that's why a lot of them have booming supply because their G rank is out of this world. And the G rank is a representation of resistance. So if I'm mining Zen or if I'm minting Zen through the contract, then I'm going to join the G rank and essentially become part of the resistance, right? I'm going to add one to it. Every VMU I make, it adds a G rank, right? And every G rank that is made, it increases the AMP. So we'll use Ethereum. Or I'm going to use CBZen. Fuck Ethereum right now. It's everywhere. You can use Ethereum on Base. It's just the way that you talk about it. I'm using ETH on Base. Again, I like this element of low gas. It's like made the G rank not... the resistance in the G rank is there. This is awesome. And the stakers are there. Right? We have a higher staking class than liquid supply. So people are betting on the future of Zen in the name of Zen. They're like using their Zen as position and power rather than just thinking it's something they make and dump. And that's why I was saying, yo, if your favorite Zen coin looks like an Ethereum distribution model, you might want to, either become the king of the hill and have the most coins or just dump them shits, or, just move somewhere else. That's why, or not dump them shits, but just figure out whatever you want to do. I ain't telling you what to do. But that's why I moved in aggressively into CBZen right now, because I don't want to wait around for X1 chain. Like I want Zen to be a coin, just like everybody envisioned it to be. I want it to be that coin that is fairly distributed, has no VC funding, has no direction, just a coin that exists that you can stake and catch inflation. And then if you want to join the blockchain, you can burn it for X1 coins, right? And developers can dev and use the Zen as an economical engine to push their ideas, right? Like a developer can create an idea and burn Zen to bring in players. Like this is it. I think the base one is the one that we all have actually been asking for. And why would I pick base? Someone will probably come through and be like, man, you're just pumping your bags. Like you just want base to be successful. Fucking, you could be talking about, optimism, right? Well, show optimism. Yeah. And optimism is an amazing ETH layer 2 as well. And I've been saying this, I'm just driving it home, but yeah, I like base because it has an AMP. See right here, this AMP. So the AMP is what governs the supply, right? Because the AMP goes down by 1 every 24 hours. And since it goes down by 1 every 24 hours, there's less Zen made, right? And if the G rank is going up every 24 hours, that means there's less Zen for everyone coming after that next G rank. That's why you want to lock in your G ranks early, because after 51, 52, let's say it's happening like every thousand, every second a 1,000 G ranks is made, right, or some shit like that. You want to stay ahead of that, so you would want to do 10,000 G ranks every second to beat the global rank. That's why it's a great fair launch all the time, because to beat the global rank is to beat the globe, world domination. And then the global rank, right, the G rank is governing the max term. So when the max term goes up, it's because the G rank goes up, right? And you can see that here, progress towards max term on XenPub. This is the base one. I'm gonna drop it in the chat so you can have the link. Big up for the super too, bro. That shit should be buying me lunch. Yo, what up, Pedro? Greetings from Brazil. Yeah, we mine XNM all day, every day. I don't think I'm ever gonna stop. Honestly, XNM has taught me, like, yeah, if I really want to be serious about it, it could be a $2 million operation if everything falls into place. So if that's what it is, and I already know, it's time to cook pitch decks. It's not time to stop mining. The fuck? I better get to the bag and stop acting like this shit just stops tomorrow, man. This shit never ends until it's blackout. Was it blackout? That's how I think of it. But yeah. So this term is governed by the global rank. As the global rank goes up, the terms go up. So you'll see that right here. Hope you're learning Zen right now. And this is how you know you can. This is how you know it's okay to get into Zen. Because the global rank is going up, and you want that. Like, you want G ranks going up. The thing that you can see that makes it opportunist, like you're being an opportunist, is when you see that the supply is not where the base is, right? The base, it should be at 0, but the inflation has never re-entered, right? And of course, yeah, maybe the inflation comes back because people unstake, and the unstaking action, brings new coins into existence, right? To me, I don't really care about that, because that's like scare tactics. It's releasing of the bag. It's like, yo, that person fairly bought those coins. They fairly knew what they were gonna do. So that's just a typhoon in the ocean. That's how I'm thinking of it. Every time somebody wants to come and be a typhoon and cause a fucking, a bunch of chaos on the village, I'm just going to be the wise man that goes, yo, they can only do that for so long. Then they're going to have to restake those coins, because that's the only way to get inflation, right? Staking APY goes down. It drops. Oh, it's going to drop 1% in 81 days. So this is the staking part of Zen is fire. This was also invented by Hexicans, right? Hexicans are a mysterious bunch. There's a bunch of retarded ones. Sorry, excuse the R. But yeah, there's some dumbass ones that are just here to sell car radios. They're used car salesmen. You typically find those in those places. But the ones that were really about the staking, they're the ones that brought staking into Zen, because they asked Jack, like, why wouldn't you stake the coins? And then Jack, I haven't seen when he said it in a call, but I have seen him talk about it where he said, yeah, like, we just introduced staking because everybody was asking for it, and we just did it like Hex, where you stake the coins and they burn. And then the difference was, in Hex there's a penalty, but in Zen staking there's no penalty, so you can end early without penalty. And this threw a curve into it, because then this was like the whole 5555 thing, right? Like, people really started hating Zen because it breaks the theory that you need to stake and stay committed. Because now what this does is, this in stake early without penalty, this actually encourages people to end their stake and not take the APY. So like right now I got 568 billion CBZen staked on this account, right? And it's going to gross 18 million in the next 4 days. If I end my stake right now, 568 billion will come back into existence, right? And it'll show up as in the total supply, or it's already in the total supply, but it's going to show up in the liquid supply. And then if I go and sell it, yes, you have access to my coins. But if I just roll them back in, then that's my liquid supply. And the contract is going to burn it. Right. And that's why I call it the stakers class 2 in Zen, because we really do have a stakers class. We have people who can outstake the AMP. You get what I'm saying? Like that, we're already outstaking the AMP because we're like I said on CB Zen. What we've realized is you need to stake in order to get inflation. That's why OP Zen is fire, and why I'm not discrediting it, because OP Zen is connected to ETH. It's on Optimism, and it suffers the same fate. Where, again, you can see here, not too many people are making G ranks. Like, this is only at 511. We got to see if I'm gonna monitor this one too. Not too many people are making the G ranks over there and pushing the term date. So it's been stuck at around the early 500s. And again, that's just because there's no reason to push it. Like, you get more from staking. So 17% from staking APY. So that's kind of why, again, it doesn't make any sense why people aren't like why someone just hasn't come and bought like the 1,000 or like the 1 trillion OPs and just stake that shit. It's like sitting there just waiting to be staked, and then you just walk away. Where's the inflation? Where are the coins? What is everyone going to end their mints right now? And that's why I would say too, that action of like becoming the staker class antagonizes people to get the fuck out. Because imagine if like you're staking and you hate your neighbor or something, and like they just keep getting you, like right as you're about to unstake, they like put a bot. So as soon as you're about to hit like the approve, they like fucking unstake on you and like sell before you do, so that you don't catch a wave or something. That's kind of like where I think the war would be. And yeah, again, this is why, in Zen, there's a lot of emotions. Why even go through that shit? Just get into XNM. Like, you play the price game, you gonna play a price. But if your intentions are to get Zen, be in the staking class, and then use the inflation as a burn, I personally think that is how we're doing this. I'm doing it this way, shit. I'm gonna burn all this shit and restake. And I got right now I'm buying, staking xeNFTs. Well, I'm not buying, staking xeNFTs. Nobody's really selling them. So I'm staking, and what I do is I stake until one of the stakes end, and then I'm just going to combine them all together and then put them all back into the staker, and then untake all the inflation and just burn it and make xeNFTs, and then just continue the process until the day comes when everybody shows the fuck up and they're like, oh fuck, like damn, this system's so crazy. Like this infinite airdrop token called Zen. Wow, like I gotta get some of this. Like, damn, the AMP is at 1,500. Wow, I just found this is 26. Oh my god, like, and I'm just like sitting on stakes, chilling, selling burning my inflation, getting XN on the other side, and playing the staking game on X1 chain. Right. So there's a lot of ways to play Zen. You just need to understand how it works. Not the hard R. We got next Until the Wheels Fall Off. Until the wheels fall off, we're into this. We're in this crypto shit, man. We're in this shit, man. And again, this is why CB Zen, we see the G rank is increasing. We want that. We want G rank to go up as we are in the staking class, because the more G ranks that are made, the higher the term date goes. And the more G ranks that are made, think of it as like we're throwing something and it's going further out. Like it's further out. What's weird about base is it costs nothing to make G rank. I've also thought of a DApp where like it's like a sack DApp or something, where like people feed it so that it's just working towards this progress bar, and it's like just trying to get this progress bar as far as it can. Because that would mean like everyone would like only what is today would be liquid, and then those that are ending are selling inflation, because this progress bar. Like, imagine if this shit just went to 600 because we just pumped the fuck out of the G rank with no intentions to mine the Zen. Like, just to make it so that we just get away from everybody. Like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? G rank turns into like a weapon. I mean, some people weaponize it already. That's like the 7-day minters. The very simple way to weaponize the G rank is to catch a vibe when it's pumping and then do 7-day mints, and then they end and they're profitable and you sell them. So that's one way to weaponize the G rank. But I do think there's like another way of weaponizing it with the price, which would be driving it so high that the price has to price in G rank like 800 days down the road. We've never seen that. Here, we got to go to one that has a crazy G rank right now, which would be like Phantom Zen. Let's look at Phantom Zen. The throwback. The homies are in the house. Shout out to all the homies out there. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you find this content valuable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's look at Phantom real quick. I want to see what their G rank is looking like. And that's why, yo, you see when you look at OPs in from a different lens, from a runway lens, you can see like, damn, why do I want to put all of this energy into like figuring out its short ass runway? So I just might as well just buy the coin and stake it. The end. So I've been contemplating that a lot too, because we're all just looking at it, and maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe that would antagonize those with the supply to start selling it, and then they would essentially be trying to keep the price low, and then they would be finding all the OPs in they can to try to keep the price where they can keep it. And you know, that would be like the attack on the whales in Zen World, would be this concept of getting them to flush and putting the G rank so far away that we're all at the same fucking rate. And it's just like, how did this happen? How did we get here where everybody's on the same plane? And it's like, we pushed the fuck out of that G rank, man. So you can see that right here. Right now, the G rank is topped out. This is the biggest one, 337 million. And the max terms are 524. So I've like looked at this one. This might have even been higher if Phantom didn't have smaller blocks. Also, it makes you curious, like what would have happened if Phantom really became popular? Because it never had a chance. Like it really never had a chance, to be honest. Like a Coinbase. Coinbase then has a chance. I'm over here shilling a meme coin, to be honest. Like what the fuck? Why haven't we pumped that shit yet? Dude, it's free advertisement. Like if we pump OPs in, it won't be as fucking dope as if we did base. Because nobody's on optimism and nobody respects it. That's why, like, I don't know what the optics are for optimism, because it's an unrespectable chain. It's just a fucking stack. But yeah, Phantom. So you see this G rank? Look at that shit, crazy. Mining has stopped off, but you see, yeah, a lot of people aren't staking on Phantom. They're all holding for X1 chain and Liquid. Why? I don't know. It's like, why is everybody holding in Liquid over here? What do you guys? Why do you guys do that? Either everyone's holding in Liquid because they want to sell the pump, or everyone's holding in Liquid because they want to burn into. They want to burn into X1 chain. Both of those don't help Zen. Like Zen works best when people are staking, so that there's a constant deflationary factor called staking. But if users are just holding and waiting for X1 chain, it does not help Zen. Like it's bad for Zen, right? I'm telling you that more people need to talk about the staking. Like there's not enough people that talk about it. I've also heard people discredit it because they're very short-minded on the time frame, or their time frame, you know, like maybe they only have 6 months and they're influential and they're pushing a theory that you shouldn't think 8 or you shouldn't think 2 years down the line. You should only think 6, because who knows what 2 years is. I mean, you're always going to have those people, but I think, again, it's just maybe they don't understand how it works overall and things like that. So then we can see Polygon is in the same thing. Damn, I didn't know they shared the same global rank. That's an intriguing data point right there. Phantom and Polygon share the same, basically the same. And look at this. Phantom has less coins than Polygon, but a higher G rank. The reason for this is because, again, smaller blocks on Phantom, so it produced more G rank but less coins. what? All right. So, again, optimism is a unicorn because it only had 300 amp. So this was like the most cap supply Zen. Why the fuck does this have to be on optimism, man? Whatever. I'm rooting for it. Nothing's happening on optimism. I hope it can really do something huge, and it's just not a bunch of Zenians trading back and forth. That's why, again, I'm really into base, because I think it's not a bunch of Zenians trading back and forth. It's a lot of people who understand Zen, right? They might be Zenians or they might be opportunists. A Zenian is an opportunist, but like there's these people who are just around, like they're just here for the op, and the op is X1, and it's great to see them staking, right? They could be on Polygon taking the opportunity on X1, but they're not. You know it because they're not staking. Right, but you go to OP Zen and you got a staking class. You go to CB Zen and you have a staking class. So that's kind of why, again, I know that they're out there. You guys are out there. I don't know what type of drink you need, what kind of Kool-Aid you need to finally just jump in the pool. But yeah, we're chilling over here. It's looking chill. And yeah, like, again, that's why I'm not too bullish on all the Zen staying around. I am bullish on hypotheticals that are connected to the right things, like a base chain, an optimism. And that's why, again, there's a lot of hexagons in the Zen community that are on Pulse chain. And that's why, again, I think like the op is or the optics are all in front of our faces, where why aren't there more stakers on Pulse chain? Damn, mentors are starting to go up. You know what's crazy too? You do not want to be on Ethereum when the staking class is recognized. I mean, not like that. You do not want to not be there. So right now you can kind of see it's starting to take place. Here, I'm gonna take away the liquid. So you can see like the liquid supply is starting to go down and the staking supply is starting to go up. So we're starting to reach this paradox in ETH Zen. And that's why, again, I was saying, yo, CB Zen is a look into the future, like the real look into what happens when we reach the paradox of staking class and believers in Zen. And what happens is up and to the right for fucking 75 days. Right? That's what the data is showing us. The data is showing us that it's up and to the right, and it's just waiting. I don't know what it's waiting on either. It should have just waiting up and to the right, 75 days. So again, ETH Zen most likely will do this. Will it be this long? Maybe not. Maybe it just gets up out of its range. Avalanche is having this right now too, because again, it's got a smaller G rank, and AVAX's G rank is low because of their block sizes. So it's similar to Phantom, where the block sizes are so small, it's going to result in less liquid supply. And it's already kind of capped because that G rank and that friction makes it really hard to make a Zen. So it could live an amazing life if people in the community wanted to. You know, that's the black and white of it. This is pretty fascinating. Base is at 83 million in G rank, has made 89 trillion coins. And I mean, there's a lot more, but we're just talking about liquid supply, the amount of coins you can physically get from the space right now. And Moonbeam has 81 trillion with 30. Right? That's what a year does. That extra year kept the small blocks up with a robust Zen chain. So on base, Zen is robust because the fees are cheap. So it allowed us to, one, run up the G rank, and two, create the same amount of supply that an old EVM has. So there's a study in this, you know, it's like, why would you be on old EVM? Like, look at what base does for Zen. Like, it's got cheap blocks and big blocks, and it works way more efficient than Moonbeam. Moonbeam takes so long for your transaction to go through. This shit takes like, you got to count to like 10. So that's amazing. Yeah, and that still makes this one, we'll see if it surpasses this supply. Whew. They made so much ETH to Zen. Crazy. 31 trillion coins. 131 trillion coins in the ETH to Zen world, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, when we look at burning right now in the Zen, I mean, like, what do you want from Zen? You know, like, it's all about to happen in front of your face. Like, I'm telling everything I'm looking at is great. Like, nothing is bad. This is why, again, the people who will keep challenging me about the total supply versus liquid supply, I just feel like you've never really dealt with a smart contract. Like, everybody knows the smart contract is the god, you know. So we go off of what that shit says. We could have all these numbers, but you can't go and find all the people and put a gun to their head and say, unstake your Zen right now so you can get back into the total supply. Like, those people are going to do with their supply what they feel. Like, again, like, I'm not going to just release my supply and leave the staking class because somebody's telling me I should be worried they're going to drop 360 trillion coins on the DEX. And I'm like, bro, give it to me, you know? And yeah, that's where I am with that ideology. It's very pre-quantum. It's not like thought out. Like, it's like, oh man, you really stopped yourself from thinking further on what you could do with all that investment. You know? So yeah, right now, well, that's total stake. So liquid and stake. Yeah, we're looking at some crazy numbers. Phantom, Polygon, they went nuts, bananas over there, right? Highest liquid total supply. And yeah, highest G ranks, right? Polygon has the most active stakers, or active stakes, over 16,000 active stakes. So that's pretty awesome. Damn, 141 active, 141 million active miners. So that's like how many addresses were interacting with this contract. That's crazy. Shit. Then we got Phantom. So you can see like the paradox in the Zen world. And why, again, Jack is telling the truth when he says this. When he says that they didn't think of this stuff very organized. They just released it. Because you can tell like people went ham on Polygon because they were in the Hex community and they already knew how to use MetaMask. And they were like, think of like Parfetta, like Shadows Crypto Parfetta, and like Kindness, like the people I used to stream with and shit. Like again, I'm not from that world. I was just talking about Zen and they invited me in. And I just was like, all right, for sure. And then all you people showed up. I was doing my own thing. And then people. And like, from my points of view of looking at where you guys are, you guys were on Phantom and Polygon and Ethereum POW and Eve Moss and Pulse Chain and Binance. So it makes so much sense to me, right? That's why Avalanche and Moonbeam, they fell off. If you remember, Avalanche was shilled by a specific part of the community that was technical. And same with Moonbeam. That's like Taco's project. Not Taco's project, but that's like his homies. So that was a very corporate exchange of Zen, Avalanche and Moonbeam was. And that's where I built camp because I wasn't a Hexagon. Like, I didn't have hella Polygon, hella Phantom, because I was searching for the next 10,000X. You know, I didn't have a bunch of ETH POW. Well, I did, but I didn't go over there and play, you know. Same with EVM OS. I see that coming from a channel of validation that must have started at the Ethereum level. And then, okay, of course, Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain, you also can say, is validators that started at an ETH level that wanted their own chain, and they use like Richard Hart as like the face of the chain. Was it a good idea? I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, so this is what I'm saying though. The total liquid supply in Zen also tells a story of its type of customer. And this is why I would say base is where you'd like to be right now, because the total liquid supply is very low. And I'm sure it's just going to climb up over all these things now because we're consolidating fragmentation inside of layer 2s. Like, fragmentation no longer is consolidated in a Polygon. That's why they changed their name to Pole. right? Fragmentation is no longer going to be facilitated inside of Phantom. That's why they're switching to Sonic, right? Fragmentation is no longer going to be an ETH POW because nobody wants to do Ethereum proof of work. EVMOS also has been canceled from fragmentation, and that's why they canceled Zen, because they cannot have that on their ledger. You feel me? I could see through all this shit. Same with like Pulse Chain. No offense to the Pulse Chain people out there, but yeah, this is where it is. Like, that's the FUD. It's like X1 is coming, and who's to say that people won't turn their nodes off on Pulse Chain to become X1 validators to keep it going, right? And yeah, that's why, dude, I'm so bullish on base. Optimism is amazing. It's down here too. Again, it's just gonna be there because it was built to be the way it is. Let's see here. Who's got the least amount of stakers? Of course, the 2 chains. But Optimism, see what I mean? Optimism and base having no staking class allows you to think like, well, imagine if it had 16,000 stakers instead of what it has right now. No one's fighting for the supply. We're just like fucking throwing it around like it's nothing and shit. It's just this person right here. Like, let's look at this person. They just threw $20 of or 50 billion out the window twice today. They threw 100 billion out the window. Let's see how they got the Zen. Let's see it. What up, more crypto? What it do? But yeah, let's see how they got this in here. I gotta see it. Because I've been seeing so many Jeets on the base side. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why is everybody ganging up, right? Gang got pain. That's the quote of the future right now. Oh, the gang got pain, you know? Don't fuck with us. We got pain over here. So, like, where's the gang got pain on base Zen? This shit is ready to go. If everybody went and got a T right now and staked that shit, no one could stop us. They could keep dumping it. It would cause a frenzy. This motherfucker would probably go all the way up, be trending on Deck Screener, and nobody understands what's going on. Everyone's like, what's going on? And now you got to go and learn about Zen because of CB Zen. You got to go learn like, oh yeah, we're pushing the staking class, so everyone's staking now. We flipped the script. We realized that you might as well stake 1,000 days right now. At least one. You should at least have one 16% 1,000-day stake in on CB Zen, like if not many. Wait, do I have one? I'm over here talking shit and don't even have one and shit. I probably don't. I need to make one though. See what I mean? I'm hokey pokey too. I'm over here talking shit. Let me see. I think I have a 201. I did 201. I got my toe wet, you know. I just need to dip myself and put like a real stake into the mix on a xeNFT. So like that's like the badge of honor. Maybe that's the game. Maybe that is the game. Maybe there's a game where you get an exclusive NFT because you staked your Zen. Like you bulk stake a certain amount for a certain amount of days, and it makes like a really rare NFT. Yeah, that's a way to join the network, because then you would know. That's what like so the thing in right now is these stakes. So a lot of people are taking their DB's NFTs, or they're taking their CB Zen and then they're staking it, and then once they do it in a xeNFT, it's locked. Like, these are hard lock stakes. It's not like the staking vanilla. And the vanilla staker, you can end whenever you feel like it, right? But you might start one, right, like this one where it's been going for 60 days, and I need to start other ones because I'm obtaining supply and I don't want to lose out on my yield, right? So I'm going to wait it out and create stakings NFTs. And then when I create these stakings NFTs, this is where the hard commitment comes in. So, yeah. Maybe I want to do 1,000-day early ender, but that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's not really being Zen. Really being Zen would be over here making 1,000-day stakes and just being like, this shit's still going to be lit in 27. Like, because we know it is. We just haven't started that chant yet. We just haven't found the other tribe out there that's realizing what we've realized. And that's why, again, I think it might be on base. I'm not really loud on base chain. There's not really much going on over there. Actually, let's look at this real quick. I want to see these staking NFTs. This shit never loads. It only loads after you delete like so many banners. So here we go. Here we go, guys. Actually, I have a better. I've had a better computer to stream from for so long, but I just like this plug and play setup that I just never changed. But maybe next week is the day that we switch to PC and we get on to the super laptop. I got a super laptop that I'm just chilling on. I don't really care about it, but I got to get into the mix. All right. So this is the staking side of base. All right, there's only 1,000 items. So there's only 1,000 stakings NFTs. It's almost like if Zen was a business and we needed a metric to push, like a KPI, it's like, why aren't we pushing stakings NFTs? Because this instantly locks the shit, right? For as long as it's in there, 1,000 days. Here's the number one. Someone staked 1 million. And what else is funny too is staking is a special thing in Zen, because when someone stakes their Zen, if they lose the keys to that wallet, that staked Zen will never be released because it's in that wallet, and that wallet owns the claim. And if no one can get to that wallet, those are gone forever. So I've also thought about things like that too. I've thought about that type shit too. Like, what if someone made a dApp where the stakings NFTs went in it and never came out? Like, they were designed to do that. And it's like all to make the liquid supply even more rare. Like, we got so many emission dApps on the way. Y'all don't even fucking know yet. We just been in the lab baking different, we've been stressing the AI. All right. The AI is tired. Slave work. Bitch think type vibe on my AI. You know what I'm saying? High rarity score. I have a lot of rare XeNFTs on OPs and stakes. That's fire. Yeah, you should be doing that. And on CB with a lot of high rarity scores. Yeah, see, I staked a bunch on when I had learned about this, I was on Polygon. And I did so many stakes on Polygon. So this is why on Polygon I'm not really playing so much, because I'm like, all right, whenever these 1,000 days in, I have so many 1,000 day stakes. This is where my Zen is. This shit's over here locked up. So I've already done this before. I just didn't do it on the chain that I believe in. And now I'm playing catch up. I did it on the chain with way too many coins. And I guess that's like, yeah, another thing somebody would probably ask you, like, yo, bro, like, why do you care? Like, why do you want to inflate? Right? And inflation is good. Inflation keeps prices low. So, like, imagine if there was a fee market or some sort of like actual use case for Zen on base. Like, there was like a group of people who built a real like sub network of X1 on base that relays back to X1 or some crazy shit like that, right? And like there's a community of Zenians on base that like hang out in the Zen hub. You know what I'm saying? Like, inflation would be great because it would keep prices low. Like, CB Zen inflation is just way different than Zen inflation, and that's why Zen inflation is good for minting and CB Zen is good for buying, right? And I feel like that's like a valid use case for Zen. Like, why shouldn't people feel comfortable buying inflation to use 10 million Zen how they please, right? If I make a dApp and they make money or something, we have that with like DB Zen, you know? There's ways to create emission dApps to give people a reason to burn their Zen to do something on the other side, developed by a cooler person that's, you know, expanding the horizon on the econ of what is Zen on this network, you know? And again, base is fire because a lot of people have Ethereum. You don't have to think too hard outside the box, and they have a really good dev grant program right now, which is also why I'm like, hello, you can make a Zen dApp and get a grant from fucking Base right now if you really cared. Like, if you really broke out there, bro, you better fire up the GPU and get that GPT going and find that dApp that's gonna make people curious, because I think you can piggyback again. You can really piggyback on X1 and Base, because there's always going to be speculative individuals looking to just get this coin to burn it and to catch the pump. So like if you got a lot of users on Base and they're just chilling there, you can tell from the way that they're staked up. So yeah, that's my 1, 2, 3 on the Base side. I just don't see that in Optimism, and why I just say like Optimism, I'm gonna keep my shit and keep staking it and buying it and just wait it out. It's really hard to speak about like where the future is. Like, I have no future outlook on Optimism, but on Base, man, I could see a whole hub, like a Zen hub. We already have Zen Pub, but I'm talking about Zen Hub, dog. But it could live on Base because it's close to Solana, so it'd be easy to have the relationship between the low fees. Question: if I burn Zen for X1, how do you control the supply of X1 token like 3 years from now? So X1 is constantly inflating. It's an infinite coin. That's why I said the most finite or the most max supply coin you can get in our ecosystem is XNM, because it's telling you it's going to end in 15 years. But X1 chain, it has block rewards coming from many different places. But what I think a lot of people are taking out of context is how many coins you'll probably get for one Zen coin. Like, I think you're not going to get one XNM for one Zen ever. Like, I think the ratio might be like let's look at ETH Zen, I guess. So an ETH Zen is 7 zeros and 81. And like if XNM, like what some people would probably want is a balance system where the price of Zen is converted into an airdropped. This is like how I think of it. I don't know if it's going to be like this, but I'm thinking of like your favorite chain. That chain needs to push the market cap of Zen high enough so that it has almost like a 1-to-1 ratio to what is the XN. But the higher the Zen market cap, the closer the ratio. The lower the Zen market cap, the further away. So the more Zen you'd have to burn to gain that 1-to-1 ratio. And if XNM is at, this is why, again, some people be like, Zen to 1 cent. I'm like, dude, that is XN. That is not Zen. Zen more likely 2 zeros and a 1. Right? I mean, that's amazing gain from right now. We're at 7 zeros on ETH Zen. Imagine if it went to 2 zeros. We already won, you know? But that's why, again, I don't think it would make it to 1 cent. Zen would. It would make it to somewhere in that area to keep the arbitrage opportunity between XN and Zen. As XN gets more expensive, maybe Zen follows behind it because of the conversion, right? So it's like, oh, XN is $1. Maybe Zen, because of the G rank, gets a little bit more expensive because people are pumping the G rank, or you know what I'm saying? Or we've created ways to not manipulate, but really make it so that we can see how much inflation is being created and bet on it, right? That's all it would be. It would be betting on Zen's like inflation for price, because that inflation would affect how many XN coins come into existence, right? And we would check and balance that so much. That's why, again, XNM is already designing a world where you don't need checks and balances. It's all about mining. The more you mine, the market comes to you because you're the security coin, while they're over there like trying to figure out like how we checks and balance like Zen versus XNN. But yeah, that's why the game really is to get as many Zen coins as you can before that motherfucker is announced, because when it's announced, I doubt you're going to be able to get a shit ton. You're going to have to mint the Zen and, you know, be a participant again. So this is why I also say your Zen accountant, right? This isn't any sort of financial advice or how you should use your Zen. But if your Zen friend is a real friend, they're telling you to stake it right now. And they're telling you not to burn it. They're telling you not to sell it. They're telling you to hold that motherfucker for 10 years because it's facts. Hold it for 10 years. Everything that's happening right now is just today's heebie-jeebies or whatever, right? And 10 years from now, all of this will just be hot air, and it'll be exactly what I'm talking about. People trying to keep checks and balances between the layer 1 and the airdrop coin, similar to how everyone's trying to keep checks and balances between Ethereum and its fragmentation. And boy, oh boy, are we seeing a spectacle of a show of their development team and investors really trying to keep the boat aligned while they, get to that ETF. It's almost how I'm feeling. Like, this is like a shakeout for the ETF. So in Zen, we have the same thing. We're shaking people out right now because they don't understand this part. And I'm sure a lot of people will shake out naturally when they learn that they're not going to burn a Zen 1-to-1, and that it's going to be like, oh, I need a trillion Zen. I need to burn a trillion Zen a day. And it's like, oh, how are you going to get a trillion Zen, bro? Like, it's just impossible, And that's how Zen goes up. That's how XNM gets a lot of value. And that's how XN continues itself. But yeah, that's how I think of it 3 years from now. 2 zeros and everyone's rich is rich. That's what I'm saying. It could drop 2 zeros and we're all rich that are here today. And everybody else will be trying to buy our 7-cent bags, bro. Or our 7-0 bags, bro. Everywhere. That's why I'm bullish as fuck on base. Because can you imagine being like, I got to get Zen anywhere. I got to get it anywhere. Where can I go? And you see the chart and you're like, wait a second. This shit's on base? And it's at 9? Ha ha ha, Instantly back up here. Dude, the real price, this should be the same price as ETH Zen. It's the same shit. There's nothing different about it. It takes just the same amount of work to make it. I need days in native coin. It just so happens to be that it's sped up and it's at that part where it's at supply shock, where the amount of days needed to make Zen don't make the Zen fast enough. So we need more days. But to get more days, you need to pump the G rank, and then to pump the G rank means the days actually go further out. So you actually have to wait longer to get the Zen that you've just now understood you can't get unless you spend 500 days in the pool. Like, damn, I can't believe hella people are going to get caught up in that. But yeah, that's why, again, I think Zen on base is undervalued. I think Zen on optimism is overvalued. I wish Optimism's market cap of 132 was actually on CB Zen, because again, the Optimism one is more about the win of the price, when price is gonna win anyways. So it's gonna take forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, we could really get a 10x in already. Not a 10x, but yeah, we could get 2 10x's in already, and like everybody's eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like crazy to think that like as a group we just can't manifest this. Like, what is wrong with us? This is Crypto Bro, your friendly motivational speaker to get you go out today and motivate someone to get into the Zen world. Motivate them to stake the fucking coins. Motivate them to understand, yo, CB Zen's extremely undervalued. It's just like Zen, and it's like, it's on the same platform. It's on Ethereum. It's not like Avalanche, and the G rank is in our favor, because now we're at a point again. Only way to get more coins is to pump G rank. Only way to pump G rank is to pump days. Shit's fucked. Yeah, when we look at the price of Zen right now, CB Zen is underneath Binance chain. Crazy. 37,000 market cap. Where are all the moon boys? Where y'all at, bro? This is the easiest one to pump. Shit. That's why actually I'm gonna say this thing right here. Joe Blau had me rolling in his Phoenix chat today. He summed it up very well. And I'm gonna get up out of here after this. But Joe Blau said, someone has said, unfortunately, if no marketing or no demand, no marketing, no demand, the token is simply dead, like Hex and Zen. In 10 days, nobody will write a comment here. What a shame for Phoenix, right? And it's crazy too. This is I don't know where this guy came from, but no one's posted in here in days. And the moment that in case you didn't know, they're gonna be a space with Joe Blau. You should go and tune in on this. Actually, I'll repost him right now. But Joe Blau's going to have a space this Saturday talking about the thing he's been working on. And that's how nasty this fucking community is. Like, or crypto in general. Crypto is about beating up your neighbor. We like UFC fights like 24/7. So we just hit the net to beat up our neighbors and hopefully get some, you know, some shit out of them. I don't know what the fuck you're looking for. Joe Bud. But yeah, Joe Blau, my guy. Bling Blau. So he's changing Phoenix. Now he's not abandoning Phoenix. He's just not making it his flagship product anymore. It's something that he's created, but it's not his flag anymore. So he's changing his current branding to something that he believes is more of his image. And that's powerful. Again, we're dealing with this guy who's worked at Uber. He's worked at Amazon. You can't discredit this man's work ethic. Joe Blau, Bling Blau. He speaks languages. I'm just kidding. He does speak different languages, though. It's just all tight. So he posted this yesterday. I'm going to repost it so you can see it, too. But he said, going to be hosting a space this Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. I mean, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about what I've been working on. We want to get people from zero to earning in under 5 minutes. And he calls it the Super DApp. All right. Now, he's been talking about this because he's been building something for people to stake coins and try to create yield. He's been talking about this for like the longest time. He's like, yo, I really want to try to create yield. Because the thing with Phoenix is that there's no yield. And again, when you think about Phoenix, when you talk about it, it sounds like an amazing product. But the problem is nobody wants to go and provide liquidity, which gives it no yield. Right? And then you get people like this that come in and say like no one's even talking in here, and out of nowhere, someone's just like, unfortunately, this is like, damn. Yeah, damn. Let my man live, right? But whatever. Joe had a really good thing that he said here. He said, someone on X commented about why I'm making a new project and told me it would fail like Phoenix. This touches on one of the key things I learned about certain people in the crypto community, and one of the pillars, one of the pillars of Phoenix that don't think holds up, right? So let me say this again. This touches on one of the key things Joe learned about certain people in the crypto community, and one of the pillars of Phoenix that don't think hold up, right? Certain people in the crypto community that think a certain pillar in Phoenix doesn't hold up. And then he said he miscalculated people's understanding of equity. And he said, it's funny because this applies to Zen and Hex too. Right? Like I said, Hex was a full-blown marketing machine. Hex was designed to make people sell to offset the Uniswap. Because they realized that if they staked the coins disappeared. And if they told people to stake them for 15 years and lock them up, then they would really get that supply, right? They would really get the sum of the supply that is real on the DEX. And I think to this day, it's still the same way. Like, it's like hella Hex coins, but there's only so many on the DEX. And that's what everybody says is religion, right? So that, I mean, again, I think that is really good. But again, it doesn't make any sense if nobody understands equity. Like if no one gets what it is to have equity, the equity game won't work. Right. And I would rebuttal with, yo, Joe, make an equity DApp so that people can pair their Phoenix with some equity so we can, train them how to do it. And that's kind of why, again, I think he's making this Super DApp. Because this is where we are. That is the solution that Phoenix has discovered. People don't know how to use their own equity in crypto. And then they don't even know what to do with equity when someone says, hey, you're going to transfer your Zen coin equity into a burn pool that's going to give you Phoenix equity. And then when you stake it, you're going to be part of a pool that's going to push itself further and further into the future, similar to the G rank, right? And you're going to get a staking class that gets further away from those that are starting today to help protect the integrity of the equity. Okay. Instead, everybody went and got their fucking coins and went to the DEX and just sold them. Because that's how crypto works, bro. You get coins and you just go sell them right after you fucking get them, right? So, yeah, we know what this is. And that's why, yo, this super dApp thing is going to be tight. We'll get it right now. This is the website. Here, I'll drop it in the chat so you can check it. There's stuff is going on. Chain summer's happening. CBZen should get in on it. Yo, facts. CB should get in on the summer stuff. But I just think we need to have a good push on the DEX, and maybe we can bring in some new people. And I just don't know, like, again, like, I just don't know why we can't manifest it within our own Zenians. Like, why we need to trick our own people into believing in this shit, you know? And then maybe it just means that the community is actually smaller than we thought it is. And that's even better for us. So just keep, like I'm DCAing. I moved my DCA from ETH and I'm in base. And I just want to be a top dog in base. Fuck him. I'll be over there. I'll be top 100 in base. I'm cool with that. ETH Zen is it's like if this was AI, it's too corrupt. It had CB Zen has a year of consolidation of the Zen ideology, which means that it has a whole year built into it. So it's at 2 years, even though it's at 1 year. And that's amazing. Like, that's like X1 chain. When X1 chain is live, it's going to be at 0, but really it has 2 years behind it. So it's just powerful. But yeah, 0 to earning in 5 minutes. The best onboarding experience in crypto. Launch our app and begin earning in less than 5 minutes. Dude, I like this right here. This is looking cool. Hold on, let's keep looking. Stake. Earn stake rewards. Log up cryptocurrency to support the network operations and earn rewards. What's Joe Blau cooking over here? Lend cryptocurrency or tokens to others to earn interest. Okay. I might need to have Joe on the channel. I have a really good question right there that I would love to have it on in the meta of my world. But if you thought about it too, lend, what's lending? What could we lend in the Zen world right now that needs purpose? Think about it. There's a few. We'll just say Phoenix because the creator of Phoenix made this. But what about that other one? What if we could lend it and earn interest? I'm very curious to the super dApp here. Is Joe Blau bringing it all into one? Provide liquidity. Deposit tokens into a liquidity pool to facilitate trading and earn a share of the transaction fee. Dude, this shit is going to be big, bro. He's simplifying everything we've done in the last 2 years in an app. That bastard. Oh, look at you can do a test flight. Hey, if I was you in the Zen world, I would test flight this. This is going to be fire. Yo, it's my guy, Joe Anda. What's up? We got FOPC, First Principles of Scam. What's up, Goosty? Your name rhymes with pussy. But yeah, so Joe Blau, he's created this. You see with yo, he calling this the Vegas of crypto. My guy's throwing everything out. Hold on, we gotta look at Joe Blau while we talk about this. Look at my guy. This is my guy right here. This is my dude, Bling Blau. We're gonna get Joe Blau like the biggest Phoenix diamond necklace. He's the Gucci guy. We gotta get this guy Gucci'd out. Not Jack. Jack's not the Gucci guy. This is the Black Jack. We gotta get this guy Gucci'd out, okay? But again, he's worked at Uber, worked at Amazon. He's created systems to give people what they want. And now he's creating this super dApp, and he's using the correct language. Super, right? Think of Trump and the word mini. Mini. People love that, you know, that one word that means a lot of shit, right? Mini, super, gotta love it. So I love that part. And then I also love this part, the Las Vegas of crypto. Okay. The Las Vegas of crypto. That is what everybody calls everything in crypto right now. They're saying that if you're on Solana, you're in the Las Vegas of crypto, right? If you're on, you know, if you're in Zen, it's a scam, right? It's crypto, Vegas, whatever. But realistically, what it is cryptocurrencies just give you access as fast as possible. It removes the middleman of access because confirmation is just based on the ledger, right? And that's why it's fearful. It's a fearful thing to today's monetary system because they have so many fees built in between you, your money, you, transactions. Last thing they want you to do is discover, holy shit, I can do this for under a penny, right? So again, and look at my guy Joe Blau is in the base world. Check it out. He got the DGen up here. This is looking great. I hope CBZen has a great life here. But again, I'm talking like Trump because I'm like, this is awesome. This is great. Many, many moons, many great things. Great, right? But look at this part. 0 to earning in 5 minutes. Joe, you are a DGen. This is my guy Joe Blau. He's a DGen. He's going to have a diamond chain and Gucci fit soon. All right. 0 to 5 minutes. He's a madman for this one. I can't wait to see what we're doing here. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is a new dApp. This shit's getting ready to come out, man. First take right now. Vertical integration. Token action. Gone are the days of finding dApps to connect to your wallet, to interact with the protocol. Super dApp is the one-stop shop for the most popular protocol interactions in one easy-to-use interface. So he's showing the lake. Oh my God, bruv. What did Jack say the other yesterday? All we need is a wallet to launch X1. Oh shit, y'all coming over here, y'all raiding it. Phoenix born again. But yeah, let's go and see what Jack was saying. Let's see what this guy was saying. I just got to get it in the stamp. So yeah, he said X1 is basically ready with Explorer up. The only real thing we are missing is a wallet. Oh shit. Hopium. Let's keep looking at this. My God, my dude loves himself some fucking cards. Swap, exchange cryptocurrencies or tokens for one another. You can add liquidity, deposit tokens into a liquidity pool to facilitate trading. You can remove your liquidity. You can withdraw tokens from previous deposit liquidities along with recurring fees. Mine, you can use mine. You can use computational power to validate transactions and secure blockchain networks, often earning rewards in the process. Oh, okay. He's just talking about POS because you're gonna be able to stake, right? You're gonna be able to stake directly to the network and create block rewards. So like X1 chain, for instance, will be on this app, and you'll be able to stake your XN, and again, you'll be able to delegate and get rewards. Stake, loan, liquidate, borrow, add collateral, receive, send, replay, limit, hedge, make trades or investments to offset potential losses in other positions. Whoa, shit. Add cash, add fiat currency or stablecoins into a crypto platform for trading and investing. Oh, so they're gonna have a buy button in it. Yeah, he's making a real wallet. Holy shit. With everything. Dude's making a wallet with all of 2014 till now packed inside of it, and is calling it the Super dApp on the back of the Xenians. Someone call this man a scammer. Bullish. Yo, this is bullish as fuck, dog. This is really bullish for like us in the Zen world. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, why do we have haters like this? Like, why are there just people in the background? Like, nobody's talking to this guy at all. Like, his last message is 24 August. Today's the 29th of August. And out of nowhere, at 5:44, this person just goes, unfortunately, if no marketing in demand, this token is dead like Zen and Hex. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Ain't nobody talking to you. Like, go back to your cave. Like, do you see what's going on here? hyperstructure maximalism. We support crypto. If you have a decentralized chain or protocol, we support it. Wow, 7 chains, 9 actions, 69 tokens. Sex. See, it's already having sex. Oh, look at that guy. He put the Zen right there. He put Phoenix. Ayo, he giving a shout out to Hex too. Yo, shout outs Joe Blau for doing it the right way, man. I'm so excited. I almost want to cry. Everybody does it so wrong in crypto. So it's obvious that like people be putting their fucking foot in it. And like, yeah, everybody wants to come talk shit. But yo, this shit is hard, bro. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you're getting this shit off the ground. I'm glad that there's something to talk about. And I know that you about to be going ham because you've been doing research on this. So fuck them. Give me a utility. Let me look at Phoenix real quick because I think I have some shit that's ending anyways. His site is lit. Yeah, his site is popping, right, Ernest? That shit is so bullish. Hella people will probably try to undermine it, though. Because that's just what it is. Like, there's just some more people in the game not trying to push us forward and just try to keep us in the middle. And you know, we the ones that flipping stones. Fuck out of here, in my opinion. I'm glad that Joe has something to fight. Like, he doesn't have to fight anything. And, you know, again, I think at the end of the day, that's what that is. Damn, ETH Moss is offline, just like that, inactive. Dun, 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 wah, wah. Yo, he has a test wallet. I'm going to fire it up on my old iPhone. Yeah, you should do the test flight. I'm going to do that shit, too, and I'll give a little review on it. Everybody should go do the test flight and get ready, because here's some hopium on that, like, DXN, for instance, we all know what DXN can do. Imagine if we're able to actually lend that out on this super dApp and we introduce new people to DXN and they learn about how this thing can yield. You know, at the end of the day, DXN is still 100%. It's just nasty because we know that there's, you know, bad actors in the game. So it's just hard to talk about it. But we know that the tech for what it is cool, and then people might want that, and people might want to be lend or buy a coin that gives them more yield. And that lending process between smart contract essentially could bring a brand new world in DeFi for sure. Oh, okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Next week I get some of my Phoenix mints finally in. These 475 day ones, they're all positive though. You can see here how much did I put in? Oh, here's my principal. So my principal was 5,000, and now if I were to end it right now early, I would get 10,000 Phoenix. So I already doubled my Phoenix, right? Isn't that what that is? Yeah. Oh, future Phoenix payout. Oh, if I stay, payout right now is where we are. So still, I made 4,000 Phoenix being in the pool, 7%. That's all I'm saying, or I think that's where it ends. But that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, like Phoenix is fire. It just doesn't have anything behind it to make the token worth more. But it's doing exactly what it's doing, and it's teaching you about equity, and it also teaches you about the staking class, right? And it's supposed to be a better staking class than Zen, because the problem with Zen staking is that there's no penalty, and people were like saying like, yo, we want those staking penalties to go back to us. So they invented Phoenix, and Phoenix has that, where if you end your stake early, there's a penalty that goes to all stakers. Right? And then the equity or the new coins come from burners. So as people burn Zen, they make one Phoenix for themselves, and then they make one Phoenix for the reward pool. And then the reward pool is airdropped to everybody based on their share of the pool, right? The more you have staked in your stake, the more share you get. The longer your term, the more share you get. You know? And here you can stake for fucking 7,777 days. I don't know why you would, but you can. So I think Phoenix is awesome. It still works totally fine. The super dab looks fire. I'm hyped for Joe Blau. Got a little emotional there thinking about how hard this motherfucker really has worked, put something into existence just for some weird ass crypto motherfucker to step in and be like, don't nobody care. keep crushing them, bro, because the rest of these fools don't even get it. They're just here speculating. They don't understand that we're on top of the world already. So proud of the guy. Other than that, I ain't really got nothing else to say. Sounds like it's time to take. Sounds like a take from Time Warner, or from Time Wonderland. Except loan your time receives magic internet money. Tokens repeat and on infinite loop. Oh, that's some other shit right there. But that's what I mean. We need something that has purpose. I think the hardest thing right now is finding purpose in chain. And with the Zen world, we already have a bunch of chains. So we're not really looking to discover where our purpose is. We're really just looking for that dApp, that super dApp that really takes it to the next level so people can see what we've been creating over time and how our systems work and how our DeFi is. So yeah, bullish as fuck on the super dApp, bullish on CBZen, bullish on tomorrow, and bullish on the rest of the days. You stay bullish, 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 bullish. I don't know what else to say. Peace out. Oops, turn off the music, but now we're gone. Peace.
Wait.